Hi everybody, it is me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and do a few reality shows on the side. But today it's all about daytime TV, and it's all about the bold and the beautiful. I'm so close to getting caught up. I'm this close, this close. Okay, so Katie has lost her fucking mind. She's crazy. She is... The last episode that I watched, she was holding Quinn hostage with a gun. A gun. Now, first of all, Forrester Creations has got to be the most gun-friendly work establishment you could possibly work in. Because so many people have guns. In fact, when Rick shot Ridge like 3 years ago, it was in that exact same fucking office where Katie is holding up Quinn. Now, don't get me wrong. I can see why people would be on the I hate Quinn train. But that was mostly for behavior from before she started dating Eric. You know, kisses with Ridge aside, that poor lapse in judgment. She hasn't really done anything to really piss anybody off. Especially the level that Katie's at. I mean, she's got a fucking gun. I mean, really? Really, girl? Quinn, you need to stop this bullshit, because this is some bullshit. You need to take away her, what did Carolyn Hinsey call it? Her anti-rejection medication for your new heart. Because you know she's still on that. That's just for life, right? Or you could be really horrible and hateful, and you could, like, not kidnap Will, but make it seem like he's kidnapped to really freak her out. And then be like, no, we didn't have your child. What are you talking about? That would be hateful. And then, or you could just push her down the stairs. Whatever, but you got to do something. Because, I mean, she's unraveling. And the last time I saw Katie this crazy, which I've seen Katie this crazy before, do you all remember back when Taylor was still in town, when Taylor was counseling Katie to get over her postpartum depression and be with her son? Do you remember she went fucking nuts right off the deep end when her son was born, and she was pushing Brooke and Bill together? You've got to realize, Brooke and Bill probably would not be together if Katie had not shoved that in their direction, right? So she really has no one but herself to blame for that. I'm sorry. Because even though they tried to do the right thing, they couldn't because they had feelings for each other. And they developed those feelings when you pushed them together. So Katie, I'm not on your team. I'm sorry. I'm totally Team Quinn on this one. And I'm Team Wyatt, and I'm Team Eric, and I'm Team whoever needs to bring that bitch down. Because she is crazy. She's fucking crazy. Speaking of crazy, actually, this person's not crazy. She's just pissed. Nicole. Okay, but let's talk about crazy. So here's another instance of what I call lazy storytelling. Because, first of all, you know, they've never acknowledged the fact that it's the exact same fucking office where Rick shot Ridge. So that's not being acknowledged. But then in terms of Maya and the baby and Nicole and all that shit, they're acting as if Nicole carrying her own child is the only way she can have her own child. That's bullshit. Now, the I will give the show credit because the paternity doctor said, A, it's too soon to say that you're fully infertile, because we don't know that. We won't know that until after a year of unprotected sex. So we won't know. And B, they said adoption and surrogacy and IVF treatments are all other options. So there is a possibility that she can have a baby of her own, right? She just might not be able to carry it herself. But there are shit tons of girls on the canvas of that show. Like, a lot. So, pick one, right? The baby's not going to look like any of them because it's not going to be their baby. It's going to be your baby. So, who gives a shit who it is, right? Or how old they are. Maybe Pam wants to carry your baby. That would actually... Oh, my God. I am brilliant. Okay, that actually would not be a bad storyline at all. You know, Pam decides that she wants to carry Nicole's baby... just because she hasn't had children and she doesn't think she's going to. And while she's still fertile, maybe she might not be fertile. It might be there might be no more shopping days until Christmas, if you know what I'm saying. But that would be a really good storyline for Pam. I love Pam. I love Pam. I love Charlie, too. I would love to see them front burner, actually, a lot more often. But, you know, instead we're stuck with these goddamn fucking Avons. They're all annoying. Every single one of them. Nicole, Zende, Mom and Dad, Sasha, Maya, all of them. Just, even Rick. Just flush them all. Flush them. Flush them! They're the worst. Okay. Sorry. It's just, that storyline annoys me because, A, she's acting like she's infertile, which we all know. Now, see, here's why this is lazy storytelling. We all know that the minute that she stops trying, she'll get pregnant. That's how it works on the shows. Anyone who gets told they can't have children, it's very, very rarely ever permanent. There's always a surprise pregnancy. All the time. Constantly. It's annoying. I hate that. Ugh. Anyways. So there were some scenes this week between Saul and Thomas. And basically Thomas was saying, Saul, you need to fucking shape up. You know, you're the reason why Coco and Sally are at odds with each other because you forced Coco to wear that jewelry. And I mean, in all fairness, I don't think it was all Saul's fault. I think that Shirley should shoulder at least half of that blame. But Thomas meant fucking business when he was like, yeah, it's your fault. So if you want them to get along, you need to let them hash it out. And Saul was pissed. But Thomas was right. He was right. You know, it was half Saul's fault. You know, another half of Shirley, who has not faced any repercussions of her actions at all. And that kind of makes me upset. But I also know that The Bold and Beautiful is not a show like Days of Our Lives, which gets the short-term gains. They're thinking big picture in the long term. Oh my God, I've got to tell you the biggest news ever. Normally I would actually start off the show with this, but I'm going to close this week's episode with this news. We found out that Kimberlyn Brown, a.k.a. baddie-ass Sheila Carter, is coming back to the show. I think that's awesome. I think that's incredible. I've always been about Sheila. I know she's crazy. But first of all, who better to give Quinn a run for her money than Sheila Carter, who was way worse than Quinn? Who better to make the Forresters realize how good they have it with Quinn than Sheila Carter? Oh, my God, that is so brilliant. It is great. And remember how last time we saw, which we didn't actually see her, but last time we saw Sheila, she was checking Daisy out of Ferncliff on Young and the Restless, the mental institution. Because remember, she ran into Sharon there, and then she ended up getting signed out by her mother. And everyone was like, what? Sheila's dead, blah, blah, blah. So she's coming back, so obviously we know she's not dead. So I'm really excited to find out what the fuck happened to Crazy Daisy. Right? Is she in Atlanta terrorizing Daniel, trying to get her daughter Lucy back? Right? I can't wait. I'm all in. I'm so all in with that story. I'm thinking of all the wonderful ways that she could be used. I mean, like, maybe she hooks up with Katie instead, and her and Katie scheme to bring Quinn down. Or maybe she tries to have a fling with Dollar Bill against Brooke's wishes. I mean, she could just do anything. Really. I say go for it. Bitch, get it. Get it. Maybe Eric feels sorry for her and hires her as a receptionist with Pam. And Pam hates her. Right? I'm all about it. She lives here in Las Vegas, actually, Kimberlyn Brown. So, yeah, but I'm totally all about bringing her back to the show. I'm excited to see how they're going to pick up. But here's the one thing, though, that's kind of strange, is that on Young and the Restless, Sheila got plastic surgery to look like Phyllis. Now, they said that it was played by Michelle Stafford at the time. I don't remember Michelle Stafford playing two roles. I remember Sandra Nelson playing Phyllis and Sheila, But I don't remember Michelle Stafford playing Phyllis and Sheila. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So talk to me in the comments if that's true. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. And you can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk the bold and the beautiful. You can also hashtag RHONY or Real Housewives shit to talk the Real Housewives of New York, because I'm doing that next. Okay, thanks a lot, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.